Today's video, which Scandinavian country is the best?
We are Lisa and Greg, an American couple living abroad in Spain. If you are curious about the crazy, funny, and surprising differences between the US and Europe, you came to the right place. And you know the drill. We're on our way to... why was I about to say 600,000? I don't know why.
Oh.
What am I buying?
Ooh.
That's interesting.
That would be super cool.
Like literally, I was about to say that. We're on our way to 10,000
into the universe.
Yeah, we're on our way to 10,000 subscribers. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can be a part of that. This is Gus One to Go. I'm guessing that means Gus On the Go. And we've done something by him before.
I know. I don't remember which one it was.
I don't remember either. But this is going to be. Let me just start out by saying we don't have, as they say in America, a horse in the race. So in other words, we don't have a preference which Scandinavian country's best.
But maybe we will after this. Maybe we'll vote.
I'm sure they're going to let us know in the comments which one they think is best.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So let's make sure we got everything set up and ready to go for you. Ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Welcome to Scandinavia in Sweden.
Ooh.
Which Scandinavian country is the best? Scandinavia, Vikings, right?
Viking hiking!
The meaning of Scandinavia is a group of countries in Northern Europe that includes Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. Sometimes also Finland.
Denmark, Norway, and Sweden.
Yeah, they say sometimes Finland, but I know Finland and Iceland, and there's a couple islands that are all the Nordic countries. But okay, so Denmark, Sweden, Norway is Scandinavian.
Right.
Okay.
Finland. Welcome to Finland, Iceland, and the amazing Faroe Islands.
Oh,
the Faroe Islands.
Mm-hmm. Those all make up, everything he just said makes up the Nordic countries.
Okay. But
Iceland and the amazing Faroe Islands.
I like that flag.
Which one?
That one that he has.
Oh, that one? That's the Faroe Islands.
I can't.
Man, I can't imagine how pretty that is.
I know.
In real life.
Yeah.
Velkommen til Føroya!
You could also say Greenland, which technically is Danish territory, but it's very far away from the rest of us, even though us Danish people love Greenland a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's compare the Scandinavian countries a bit. In the geographic region of Scandinavia, there are 3 countries: Denmark, Sweden, and Norway. I have been to both Norway and Sweden more than 20 times each, and here are some of the differences.
We have not been there, but we have been having some discussion about making it our second country that we go to.
Yes. Our first is Germany, and right now, leading the way is Sweden.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I didn't realize it was a race, but okay.
Between the Nordic countries, Sweden is where I'm thinking, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Sweden and Norway are pretty much tied.
We love all the countries.
I know.
But we can't go to all of them at the same time.
Yeah, you gotta pick one.
You gotta pick one. So.
Okay.
Between Denmark and these two.
But I, as a Scandinavian person, feel strange about letting out Finland completely.
We all have different flags, passports, official languages, and written standards.
Flæskesteg. And in Denmark we say flæskesteg. Usually the words in Denmark are a little bit longer than in Sweden. Swedish is easier. Probably.
All Scandinavian countries are peaceful and safe and recommendable to live in. You will find mostly kind and caring people in all countries.
I will vote for that because I've had some amazing people in the comments.
Oh,
we have amazing people from all the countries, but we're speaking on this right now. I will agree with that.
They are extremely nice, the Nordic people.
And recommendable to live in. You will find mostly kind and caring people in all countries, but it's easier to spot here in the summer though.
If you come here in summer, you will be seeing happy people.
Size.
There's everything.
Yeah, there's everything.
Oh, I guess the Faroe Islands. This is how bad we are.
Is it those, like that little island right there? The one between,
we have different screens we're looking at.
Iceland and Norway. The one in the middle right here.
Oh, I was thinking it was the one between Sweden
those
and
little
Finland.
Ones. Or
It's all the islands.
Yeah.
Are the Faroe Islands.
Sorry, this is how our brains are thinking out loud right now.
So thinking out loud. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Denmark is tiny if you don't count Greenland. Sweden is massive, but no one lives in the north. Norway is in between, but they got the...
No one lives in the north.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just realized he said that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing it has to do with...
climate, weather.
Geography there? Or something?
Fjords, so they are happy anyway.
Oh my God. I'm sorry we keep stopping. But this just looks amazing to me.
Between, but they got the fjords, so they are happy.
That looks awesome. Can you imagine well, they probably, I don't know. I don't see any tents over here, so I'm imagining that's not a thing. But it'd be cool to just be camping over here on the left.
Yeah,
where that little open greenery is or something.
So calming, so peaceful.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
Anyway, Finland is big and has lots of lakes and so many saunas.
Sauna.
Oh.
2,
no,
population.
Sweden did that.
Okay.
All our Scandinavian cultures are cold in the meaning that you don't make friends easily. And lots of people dislike to have to engage in conversations with strangers. Denmark is a bit more like the Netherlands.
Welkom Nederland.
Have no mountains, plain areas, are more liberal, attitudes a tad more European, and it's a little warmer. Danes are socially open and friendly, and English is a breeze for most Danish people. Danes eat real lunch. Norwegian people are the most outdoor people. They mostly eat sandwiches for lunch brought from home and then out in the nature. And they speak in a manner whereby it's impossible to sound angry.
Jeg kommer fra Norge.
Norwegians are probably the...
Because it's that inflection right at the end is probably difficult to sound angry.
Probably.
Impossible to sound angry.
Jeg kommer fra Norge.
Norwegians are probably the most easygoing people. Sweden is the largest of the countries, which means that the south is the same as Denmark.
Also, the flag is like a mix between the Swedish flag and the Danish flag.
The flag of Scandinavia. And the north is the same as Norway. Swedes can be introverted and hard to get close to, but on the other hand, they are almost never superficial or false. They are also extremely honest, compassionate, and humble. 87% of Denmark's population is of Danish descent. 83% of Norway's population is of Norwegian descent. And 80% of Sweden's population is of Swedish descent. Sweden has the highest number of immigrants and Denmark has the lowest. 3 prices. Okay. Norway is really expensive. The prices are staggering for everything. Norwegians think Sweden is cheap. No foreigner thinks that. Denmark is more expensive than Sweden, but not on the level of Norway. Finland...
I thought everyone recently has been saying that Sweden is more expensive. That's when I was thinking about going to Sweden, my only drawback was everyone's saying it's expensive.
Right.
So I'm shocked that, I don't know how old this is, but that he's saying that Sweden seems to be cheaper than all of them so far.
Yeah, let's see how old it is. This is 4 years ago.
Oh, so... What happened?
Yeah.
Denmark is more expensive than Sweden, but not on the level of Norway. Finland is around the same as Denmark, maybe a bit more expensive. In Sweden and Denmark, taxes are high, but cost of living not as bad as in Norway. Denmark, Finland, and Sweden are members of EU. Norway isn't. 4. Alcohol. In Norway, you can buy alcohol at Vinmonopolet. The wine
the wine monopoly.
A wine monopoly.
Vinmonopolet.
In Norway, you can buy alcohol at Vinmonopolet. The wine monopoly. In Sweden, it's called Systembolaget, the corporation of the system for everything except pretty weak beer. In Denmark, you can buy it almost anywhere. Norwegians buy their alcohol in Sweden, Swedes in Denmark, and Danes in Germany.
I'm Finnish.
Finnish people take the ferry to Tallinn in Estonia to get
drunk.
5.
Good Estonia.
Food is Norway's national dish and a...
What was that?
I don't know. It looked like it had...
This is Norway. Like cabbage?
Yep.
I'm going to get reamed for saying that.
Yeah. Well, because that's what we think it is.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
Some kind of roast?
Yeah.
And then, what are those like peppercorns?
The countries.
I think those are like peppercorns. On there.
Ooh.
It looks good.
Countries agrarian past?
Huh?
I'm by butchering that word.
Let's
see what he
agrarian?
says.
Yeah. All right. 40. Of course, we stopped the longest on the food. Why? We don't know.
Kål is Norway's national dish and a glimpse into the country's agrarian past. It's a simple stew made with lamb, cabbage, black peppercorns, salt, and water.
We know the whole thing.
National dish of Denmark is stegt flæsk med persille sauce. Pieces of pork fried until crisp. National dish of Denmark is stegt flæsk med persille sauce. Pieces of pork fried until crisp and then served with boiled potatoes and parsley sauce. Sweden's national dish is meatballs. Or Kea meatballs. Anyway, so good. The Swedish national dish consists of mashed potatoes, spicy meatballs, a creamy gravy and sourly taste from the cucumber and lingonberries. Swedes also love kanelbulle, the cinnamon bun. Danish people eat smørbrød, the beloved Danish open-faced sandwich. Norwegians eat waffler in the afternoon. Norwegians eat rotten fruit.
Really? He's going too fast with these.
Norwegians eat waffler in the afternoon.
Waffler. Waffler.
Norwegians eat rotten trout, Swedes rotten herring, and Danes eat tiny sandwiches with.
What does that mean? Rotten.
Rotten, like
That's what I think. But
it says eat. He just saying it with his because he said trout.
Yeah, rotten
trout.
Yeah, but we have to try.
And Swedes eat rotten herring. Tiny sandwiches with fresh
obviously
herring.
It means something else.
But see, it says fresh.
Oh.
The Danes eat fresh.
Oh.
And the Norwegians and Swedes
eat rotten.
Fresh herring. Norwegians eat more fish and Norway is more covered with mountains.
Oh.
Business.
Obviously, though, the rotten doesn't get you sick.
Yeah,
There's something
so it's not,
to it. It's not, like fermented or something, like yogurt. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That
you know
makes
what?
it okay.
It could just be like fresh is like it's, fresh. It hasn't been fermented or anything.
Or, yeah.
And rotten is like
just in a can.
It's been around longer than fresh.
Yeah. There's another. Rotten means something else.
Yeah. We
than
don't know.
what we think.
I mean,
like we think mold.
Yeah.
Rotten, something's moldy.
Yeah. We say these things out loud just for your entertainment.
I know.
But no, not really. But we say it out loud so you can tell us if we're right or wrong or what we don't know.
You're like, wow.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay.
Sweden can assemble and innovate. Hence we see IKEA, Volvo, Saab, and Spotify, etc. They are neat, structured, and effective.
Yeah.
They also created some of the best musicians like ABBA and Avicii. Danes are great at selling products and making good pastries. Hence we see Danish pastries. Carlsberg and Lego are so popular worldwide. The mass containers you see everywhere in the world are also Danish.
The best Denmark.
Danes are boisterous, merchant, and very good at spontaneity.
We are the Danish Vikings, and we never give up.
Finns are so good at educating their people.
I think we take care of our people here well, and I mean, it's a welfare state.
They have the best education system and probably the best quality of their manpower, making the best out of nowhere. Norwegians are the explorer, the peasants, people who enjoy being outside. Oh, I love being outdoor because I'm Norwegian. Humility, no nonsense attitude. Norway has so much oil, and the multinational oil and gas company Equinor, formerly known as Statoil, is the largest company in Norway by revenue.
Oh wow.
There is very little corruption in either of the countries, and Denmark has in fact been named as the least corrupt country in the world.
Oh, cool.
In the world? Not just in Europe, in the world. Wow.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, that's awesome.
In Denmark, it's relatively easy to get a job, somewhat more difficult to get an apartment. It's very expensive. In Norway, there are a lot of jobs, lots of housing there for the taking. The rents are insane, but are compensated by the high salaries.
Bergen is by far the most beautiful Norwegian city I've seen.
In Sweden, it's difficult to find a place to stay where the jobs are, and vice versa. A bit higher unemployment rate, but also a good work life in the big Swedish cities. The urban life in Copenhagen probably beats any other Scandinavian capital, and Denmark is the most liberal country of the three.
No.
Many people live in Sweden and work in Denmark because people earn more in Denmark than Sweden.
I've seen that sandwich multiple times.
Are you looking at the food?
I'm sorry.
He's talking about.
I'm sorry. You're right.
Not what this is talking about.
I'm like, I don't know what he's saying, but look at that food. That's terrible. You're right. You got me. All right.
Many people live in Sweden and work in Denmark because people earn more in Denmark than Sweden. But things are also cheaper in Sweden. It pays off to work in Denmark and use those in Sweden. In Norway, you get more salary than Denmark, but Norway is a very expensive country. Your buying power is less than Denmark. Cars cost a fortune in Denmark compared to Germany and Sweden. Norwegians care deeply about the environment, and Norway is a leader in the race to adopt electric cars and has so many Teslas on the roads. Great to see.
Wow.
7.
Teslas.
Sports.
Oh.
The most popular winter sport in Norway is skiing. In Sweden, it's ice hockey. While Danes stay indoors and play handball or badminton. Denmark also has the best national football team. Sweden is second, Norway third, and Finland fourth. But Norway has an exciting team with big talents for the first time in a long time.
He's really good. I have
really?
that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Holland, I think his name is.
Oh, I don't know.
It's an exciting team with big talents for the first time in a long time.
One try.
Do you agree with these 4 rankings in football? Please comment below. 8. Nature and sights. Norway and Sweden are on another level than Denmark when it comes to nature. A lot of beautiful unspoiled places. Denmark is more accessible to the rest of Europe. A few hours by car and you are in Paris. Okay, maybe a bit more, but you know what I mean.
Right.
It's also a flat country with the highest mountain being 171 meters.
Oh, wow.
Denmark still has a nice coast, many beaches and some charming islands. Sweden is a country vastly beautiful in its nature and a lot of wilderness. Norway has amazing mountains and world known for their epic fjords.
Oh, wow.
If you like forest, Sweden. If you like mountains, Norway. If you like farms and fields, Denmark.
Oh, man.
Norway and Sweden are also much colder than Denmark.
9. The people and their relation to each other.
Swedes are as many as all the Danes and Norwegians combined, and they are also the biggest in size.
Most Scandinavians are sort of xenophobic and don't like strangers melting. Danes are a bit more open to strangers. But once you get a foot inside, all Scandinavians are very heartwarming and welcoming. When it comes to languages, Danish and Norwegian are very similar, or indeed almost identical when it comes to vocabulary.
Ha det bra. Vi ses.
But they sound very different. Norwegian and Swedish are closer in terms of pronunciation, but the words differ. Let's imagine the Scandinavian languages as 3 sisters. And then there's Finland. Let's not mention them, the language is totally different. Anyway, Danish children are the worst. There are more occurrence of curling kids, extremely spoiled kids, than in the other countries, where children from an early age learn traditional virtues like cross-country skiing in Norway, for instance. Norway celebrates its National Day with pride and traditional uniforms.
That just happened.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's May the 6th, I think.
Something like that. It's in May, I think. Or wait.
It was the 6th of May, I think. I think it just happened.
What's happening June 6th? June something else?
Yeah, I think that's something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
For instance, Norway celebrates its National Day with pride and traditional uniforms. Swedes celebrate too, but not on the same level. And Danes were too drunk to remember what happened.
Oh, wow.
Danes like to joke with the Swedes for their political correctness, like when the Swedes forbid Pippi Langstrømpe and other cartoons because the cartoons are not political.
Oh. Pippi Longstocking? Yeah, she was popular when we were little.
Yeah. No, they forbid that.
Like when the Swedes forbid Pippi Langstrømpe and other cartoons because the cartoons are not political correct anymore. But most of Danish people are also very political correct themselves.
I love my home country.
That being said, Sweden is the most LGBT-friendly country in the world, and the feminist movement is strong in Sweden, which is also known as the country of the environmental activist Greta Thunberg. Norwegian jokes are on Swedes mostly. When Stockholm started calling itself the capital of Scandinavia, Norwegians got annoyed while Danes generally ignored it.
Denmark and Sweden have historically had the most wars between each other, more than any other countries. But now Denmark and Sweden live peacefully side by side.
The Norwegian royal family is originally from Denmark. The Swedish is French, while the Danish is German. Our constant banter and bickering in the Scandinavian countries is just a sign of love. If there was an enemy who tried to attack any of us, we would always stick together in Scandinavia. We know we have common cultural and historical heritage. We are family, brother folks, Vikings.
Aww.
10. Mentality. I find Norwegians and Danes to be very alike in many ways, and I never met a Norwegian that I couldn't instantly talk with. Danes are better at talking to people they don't know, I would say, though Swedes are in some cases more accepting. However, they can also be more judgmental. They just don't loudmouth it like Danes do. Denmark is pretty much like the always smiling, beer drinking, laid back uncle that everybody gets along pretty okay with. Hygge is also so important in Denmark.
Hygge, it's very nice.
It's really important for Danish culture, and it's basically just having a good time.
Norway also has...
So it's like that word is for...
always having a good time.
Yeah. It's not...
Like, kind of like, don't worry, be happy.
Yeah.
You know, kind of.
For Danish culture, and it's basically just having a good time.
Norway also has the hygge concept, where Sweden has mys and lagom. Lagom allows people to enjoy themselves but stay healthy and content at the same time. In Denmark, we like cake. Swedes are a bit more private in general. They value relational integrity and may in general not have so many relations and deep conversations with people they don't know very well.
Which country do you like the most? Norwegian.
Norwegians and Danes do that more randomly overall, but if a Swede commit to a friendship, it's in a way more of an honor, you could say.
Which country do you like the most?
Norway.
And you're from Sweden?
Yes.
What about Denmark?
It's good.
Danes are not so private and can talk about almost anything open and in public. Norwegians are probably the most easygoing and always nice and very relaxed people to be around.
Norsk ikke vanskelig. Ibsens livsbusk og busker med andre buskvekster, selvfølgelig.
Danes usually do things in a faster tempo, whether it's speaking or what it is, but Norwegians are in general more calm and still get the job done.
Jeg har været i mere end 130 lande den seneste 5 år.
Swedes are somewhere in between. Danes may tend to praise themselves as the best Scandinavians sometimes, and rage against the politics and this and that, the loudmouth culture. And as for me, as a loudmouth Dane, I will say the best country for me to stay is Denmark, since it's my mother country. By the end of the day, we are the Viking countries, and we love and respect each other as a Scandinavian family, though we have a very friendly rivalry between us. I hope we will beat Norway and Sweden in the next football matches. Many countries could learn from how Scandinavians respect their neighbor countries. As a Swedish friend told a foreigner on a travel, come and live in Scandinavia. It's guaranteed that it's better here than where you are currently. But not with the weather. Have you been to Scandinavia? What's your favorite of the Scandinavian countries? Please comment below. Remember to subscribe to Gus on the Go.
So we're going to have to visit all of them first.
Yeah.
And then decide.
Decide which one we think is better.
Yeah.
Or, the more preferred. I don't know.
Now I was kind of leaning toward Denmark. Also, the big thing is that it's not as cold.
Yeah. I don't know, man. He was saying so many good things. It's like, I don't know which one of the 10 things is the most important to me and which one is better. I don't know. It was a little...
But Denmark doesn't have, it's more plains and flat land.
Yeah.
So I like mountains.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's tough. They're all like a ferry right away, it seems.
Yeah. All right, well, let's take a look and see what the people got to say.
Oh, well,
all right,
people have something to say.
Yeah, there's got a lot of comments on here. Okay, so let's see here. If you want to support me, continue creating videos, become a Patreon. All right. Go ahead and like that. As a Norwegian, but also a Scandinavian, I don't feel I'm going abroad when visiting Sweden or Denmark. So it's like he's just right at home. As a Norwegian, people from Sweden, Denmark, Finland, and Iceland are all my brothers and sisters. I would defend you even with my life like I would for Norway. Oh, wow. This is the sweetest comment section ever. Everybody's so respectful and nice. From Norway.
That's what we experience in our comments too.
Yeah.
Everyone's just so nice.
Each other, yeah. All right. So I think that's it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
that was a good
cute.
one.
It's like they're when they do bicker, it's just because they're a bickering family.
Yeah.
Like families do.
Yeah, that's understandable.
That's
all right. Well, as always, thank you for stopping by, and we will see you on the next video.
Bye.
Peace.